BigSmoQDogg here. I agree with Snoop. I'm just trying to take my grands to a kids movie. I got a little baby here that we're a long way from trying to talk about the birds and the bees. And suddenly, instead of just watching a fun kids movie, I have to try to explain something to a baby. And it's a couple of nuances here. There are families where you see that dynamic, but that's not all families. So if auntie come in with a girlfriend, you gotta say you gotta explain something. But it's a longer conversation. Boys do this, girls do this. But sometimes girls like this and boys like that and whatever. That's a whole different conversation. But you're not trying to rush like a 5, 6 year old into that conversation, you know. So, and anyone that's upset with how he feels in his family, forget you. Like, really, he's trying to raise the kids. He has grands. He got like 10 grandkids. The path you chose, you don't get that. He's trying to have great grands before he go. I don't know. And then he was asked that question. They were talking about certain things in an interview. He didn't just come out and put that on his Instagram. He was in an interview, and that's the clip they put. He talked about a lot of things. But what he said was, I was uncomfortable when my grand said, "Hey, what? How did that happen?" Because it's obvious that that's not the father. It's obvious, but y'all want to be mad about the obvious factual things. It's not like somebody lying, somebody capping, somebody exaggerating. He said, man, suddenly my grand asked me a question and I was nowhere near ready for that. Who's ready for the birds and bees coming to their kids? This is a point where you have to have that. He starts maturing or a young boy starts maturing, you got to have those conversations. But that's usually in your teens. So you saying somebody under 10 years old, I got to have that conversation because of a what used to be a safe Disney movie that just dealt with kid stuff? Be upset if you want to. Leave the kids alone and let that man raise his grandkids how he want to be. He's an active father. He's an active father, active granddad. This man put on costumes, go to all his granddad so that the event doesn't become about him. Much love, Snoop. BigSmoQDogg out.